Good evening, folks, and welcome to Regional Development Australia Hunters STEMstart information webinar. Thanks, we really appreciate you dialing in this afternoon. I'm Rick Evans, Manager Skilled Workforce Programs with RDA Hunter, and excited that you could join us for regional collaboration for defence industry training and jobs in the Hunter region. And we're bringing it to you tonight via Zoom. So generally, we run these at a venue in Newcastle for the Hunter, but due to the COVID-19 restrictions, which are gradually easing, we've had to take it to a virtual platform, and really appreciate you dialing in from wherever you are. So firstly, RDA Hunter and Lockheed Martin Australia and TAFE New South Wales acknowledge the traditional owners of country throughout Australia. From where I am, it's the Worimi people, and recognise their continuing connection to land, waters and culture. We pay our respects to their elders, past, present and emerging. So before I introduce the program, you'll see the STEMstart logo behind me. You'll notice the device or your PC that you've dialed in on is conveniently for us, it's on mute and your video won't be on. So just basically so we can keep this webinar to time. We do, however, encourage this to be quite interactive, and you can use a Q&A function on your Zoom screen. So please fire those questions through. My colleagues, Kathy and Alana, will be tabulating those questions and we'll be looking at them at 6 o'clock. If we don't get to them, we'll be putting them in a frequently asked questions document and sending it out with further information. So I'd now like to cross over to my colleagues, Kathy and Alana, and also thank them for putting in a huge effort to get the webinar up and running. So we'll address as many as we can at the end of the session. Those we run out of time will be emailed in a follow-up frequently asked questions email. So STEMstart, it's a skilling program. It's part of an operational and strategic partnership between RDA Hunter and Lockheed Martin Australia, which aims to provide a pool of skilled people that Lockheed Martin Australia and other defence industry partners in the region can recruit from. Delivered and designed the TAFE component by TAFE New South Wales, the program aims to promote awareness of the region's growing defence industry and show a vocational education pathway that can give you the ICT skills to gain these jobs. Just to set the scene, I'd like to really quickly show a Lockheed Martin Australia video.
At Lockheed Martin Australia, we offer interesting and exciting work on some of Australia's largest technology programs. Our collaborative culture ensures our employees can grow and take ownership of their careers, as we believe in giving every employee the opportunity to achieve their goals.
Lockheed Martin, I see that they see everyone as equal. We have equal opportunities, and there is a good sense of collaboration across all teams.
I do get to work from home, and they trust that I'm going to get my work done in a timely manner. They have been really active in promoting a flexible and a healthy lifestyle. It's supported me to be the mum that I want to be.
Lockheed Martin is involved in some really massive projects. The Future Submarine is definitely one of those projects where we're going to be influencing how the Australian submariners operate for the next 50 years or more. Some of my work is actually solving problems that haven't been solved before.
I started at a technical level. I was given opportunity to breathe, move with the company. Really well supported by my management to explore those opportunities.
There's a chance for me to step up and do something outside of my comfort zone and grow professionally.
Lockheed Martin Australia is recruiting now. Log on to our careers page at www.lockheedmartin.com/au and create your new story.
So welcome back to the STEMstart webinar. Lockheed Martin is one of the many defence industries in the Hunter, in a sector which injects more than $1 billion into our region's economy. So it's a really large sector with some jobs growth, which is fantastic. Some context for who RDA Hunter is. We are a Commonwealth-funded economic development agency for the Hunter region. As an organisation, we lead and facilitate collaborations between industry, education, research and government to help deliver a strong local economy, drive investment, drive jobs growth and workforce development in the Hunter region. Since 2010, we've been undertaking activities to STEM skill, STEM being science, technology, engineering and mathematics, the region's future workforce to develop local industry. These projects are separately funded, but are collectively known as RDA Hunters STEM Workforce Initiative. They're industry-led, like the Lockheed Martin program that we're talking about tonight, education programs that together create a pipeline of opportunities and activities for students from primary school through high school to vocational education and training and university in preparation for exciting careers in the Hunter. Our industry skilling initiatives have a large focus on providing real-life applications of what work looks like in the region. So this includes linking engineers, scientists, technicians with students in high school, TAFE and university to work on projects. We also facilitate industry tours, a lot of work experience and work placements and site visits with the aim of exciting students to follow the education pathway needed to get them to these careers. So essentially, we work with industry in the region to understand their future workforce requirements and design and facilitate programs with education partners to satisfy their future recruitment. So this slide just demonstrates our ability to deliver these workforce programs. So you'll notice down the middle some of our funding partners, which is a variety of government and employers or industry. Down the right-hand column, you'll notice the cohort. So we're looking at sort of primary school all the way through secondary into vet and university. And we've also got the names of the programs there to keep the programs separate. So a little bit more about the STEMstart program. It's a vocational pathway for technical training. It's funded by Lockheed Martin Australia, and the initiative offers a vocational pathway for technical training that will include critical skills in ICT, cybersecurity and systems programming. And these skills are really looked for in a range of different sectors, including defence industry. So the program includes industry site visits and employment pathway information with an innovative TAFE New South Wales designed and delivered Cert 3, Cert 4 and Diploma. So you'll notice there on your slide, there's an 18-month contextualised program designed by Glendon Pryor, who's the ICT head teacher out at Glendale TAFE, who unfortunately can't join us tonight due to a connection issue, but you'll have a lot to do with him if you enrol into the program. So you'll see there's a Cert 3 in Information Digital Media and Technology, which rolls into a Cert 4 in Information Technology Networking, and then into a Diploma of Information Technology Networking. There's no prerequisites prior to the Cert 3, so you can come straight out of school, go straight into the Cert 3, you can change careers, go straight into the Cert 3. Even if you have a university degree, you can start back at the Certificate 3. What Glendon has been able to do is implement some Cisco cyber security modules throughout those 3 qualifications, which are highly valued by Lockheed Martin and other employers. So we've got rolling commencement dates over 3 years. We started in 2019 to align with the Lockheed Martin Australia workforce, and Peter will talk to that in a moment. And we have likely 50 students over the full period, but we'll touch on numbers in a moment. So the timeline, the information webinar where we are at the moment, when send out expressions of interest, and they will be closing on the 5th of June. We'll then have a really short cohort interview and selection, and basically that'll just be myself and my colleague Kathy touching base with you, making sure you understand what the requirements of the program are, and making sure you've made the right decision. And then you'll roll into the 18-month program. So starting on 20 July this year, the Cert 3, 1st of February, the Cert 4, and 19 July next year, the Diploma. Now, the employment isn't guaranteed at the end of this program, and it's required on Lockheed Martin requirements at the time, but this program will also make you highly skilled for other employers. But if Lockheed Martin does have vacancy at a current time, they may ask you to submit an application and your resume. If you get to the next point, you'll then need to go into a Department of Defence security check, and we'll talk to you more about that at the interview and selection when we make a phone call to you. So really quickly, to pass on to the first of our speakers down in Canberra is Peter Shea from Lockheed Martin Australia. He's the Senior Human Resources Business Partner.
Thanks very much to Rick and the team from RDA Hunter for inviting me along to talk to you tonight. We're really excited that this is the second year that we've been able to sponsor the STEMstart program. It's something we worked together with the RDA on for quite a long time, and it came to fruition last year, and it's great that we're able to continue it along. A bit about Lockheed Martin and Lockheed Martin in Australia. We've been supporting defence forces and aerospace around the world for over 100 years. We've developed some of the most iconic aircraft, spacecraft and technology around the world. There are pictures there of Charles Kingsford Smith and his Lockheed Altair, the Constellation, the F-111 and some others that I'm sure you'll recognise. I guess from my own personal experience, I joined the company almost 3 years ago, and when I started talking to my family about what it was that Lockheed Martin did, it was really amazing that we could talk about so many great products, even from things like GPS that are in our phones. So it's a really exciting organisation to work for. We really are Australia's defence partner of choice, and we've been in Australia for 80 years. We've got about 1,000 Australians working around the country at the moment on platforms like the C-130J Hercules based out of Richmond, the MH-60 Romeo Seahawks based out of Nowra, the Aegis combat systems on our surface and ships and submarines. And we also do a large amount of work in space surveillance and ground control. Like this is a picture of our facility up at Uralla near Armidale. And in the Hunter, we've been in the Hunter since the mid-90s, supporting Australian Defence through air battle management systems like our TADRS, Tactical Air Defence Radar System. And obviously it's the new home of the F-35 in Australia. And the Hunter is going to continue to be the centre for air power for Australia for generations to come. So it's a really, really important location for us and for defence. So what does that all mean? We've got 1,000 Australians working for Lockheed Martin in various locations, and we're looking for great people to join us and great skilled people who've come through programs like this. We've got 4,500 Australians that have jobs as a direct result of what we do. So STEM for us is really, really important, and that's why we're proud to be part of it. So what skills are we looking for as a part of the STEMstart program, and particularly in the Hunter region? So this is really important, this program, to get you career competitive. And what does career competitive mean? Career competitive for us means developing skills that work towards the technologies that are evolving in Australia that we call fifth generation. And these fifth generation technologies are really driven by skill sets like system administration, database administration, network and security administration. And we've got some of the team who'll be able to talk to some of these a bit further on in the presentation. We're also looking for people who can get involved in simulation design and maintenance. It's a really important part of modern defence and aerospace, and a really advanced system that we need to support. And the third part that is really key is around communications and electronics technicians. All of these programs are supported by infrastructure and hardware, and our teams are actively involved in installing, upgrading and maintaining these systems. And of course, probably most importantly, we're looking for people that can come together and work as a team. We're really proud of supporting our customers' missions, and we're really proud of what the organisation does. So we're looking for people who want to be part of that with us. So thanks, Rick. Maybe I could hand back to you now.
Thanks very much. So the next person that we had on the agenda was Glendon Pryor, who's the head teacher of ICT and cybersecurity at Glendale TAFE in the Hunter region. We'll make sure that you get some of the content. Unfortunately, can't join us tonight, but we'll make sure that you get some of the content and more of the specifics around what's required in the Cert 3, Cert 4 and diploma. The next slide will be one of our current students who's going through the Certificate 4 as we speak. Did the Cert 3 last year, and we're really excited to announce that he's one of 2 students that have been provisionally offered employment with Lockheed Martin.
I just started year 11 and was talking with my careers advisor about how I was extremely eager to leave school and had been searching for traineeships. And she mentioned that she had just been at a local event and came in contact with Kathy Cox from RDA, who had told her all about a new program sponsored by Lockheed Martin called STEMstart. The program included a 6-week course at Glendale TAFE, where you would learn about the basics of computer networking and operating Windows servers. After spending some time looking into careers in IT, I chose to leave school and partake in the program. It was a great experience getting to meet new people, form relationships with teachers, and have a hands-on approach learning about the systems used in today's workforce. I chose to continue on to the Cert 3 in Information Technology and Digital Media, as I had thoroughly enjoyed the STEMstart program. While studying at TAFE, we had the opportunity to have a tour of Lockheed Martin, where we got to meet staff members, see the facility at Williamtown, along with the production of military-grade shipping containers that are deployed all over the world with networking gear to aid with operations. After finishing the Cert 3, I chose to further my knowledge and continue on to the Cert 4 in Information Technology and Networking. While completing the Cert 4, I was offered an early entry to apply for a role within Lockheed Martin as an Associate Systems Administrator. I've been successful with my application and will conditionally begin work in January 2021 after completing my diploma at the end of this year and obtaining the required security clearance. I'm extremely happy with the paths I took to get to where I am now, and I'm grateful for the opportunity I was given by Regional Development Australia to partake in the STEMstart program. Thank you.
Good stuff. Thanks, Harry. And we've actually got Harry on the line. Mate, if you're able to share your, turn your video on, and we'll roll into a bit of a Q&A section of this evening. So we've got on the line is Harry. We have Peter Shea, if you can jump back in. We also have Dan Zarkin, who is from the Williamtown office, and we'll be able to sort of talk to you about what you may be working on. And Dan's been involved with some of the tools we've run out at Williamtown space as well. Okay, so some of the questions that we've received are how many participants will be selected for the program? I might take this one to start things off. So essentially, we ran with about 9 students last year. This year, it is an open or a public TAFE program. So we're actually essentially there's uncapped places. There definitely won't be, as Peter mentioned, you'll be putting yourself in a career competitive situation. But the jobs at the end aren't guaranteed. So it's getting you skilled up for those programs. Without Glendon here, I'll take this one as well. So are classes full-time or part-time, and can you do them online or face-to-face? So the majority of the Cert 3, Cert 4 and Diploma courses are 4 days per week. They're basically set up to be delivered delivered online, and they can be done face-to-face. And I guess just the current COVID-19 restrictions, there may be some issues around that, but we're expecting they will be opening up very soon. So at the moment, it's an online delivery. Pete, do you have to go all the way through the program to be able to apply for a job with Lockheed Martin Australia?
Yeah, so we're really looking for people with the full skill set. So that's why we've designed with RDA and TAFE the progression all the way through STEMstart, Cert 3, Cert 4 and Diploma. So ideally, yes, but everybody's unique, and if you've got some other background that might feed in, we'd certainly like to talk to you as well.
Peter, also, what are the other locations in Australia that you can work for Lockheed Martin Australia?
Yeah, so we've got locations all around the country, and we've really got experiencing growth, particularly in areas like Adelaide, the Shoalhaven down in Nowra, Sydney, Williamtown, and some regional areas like Alice Springs. So once you've spent some time with us at Williamtown, there's definitely lots of other options for you.
Thanks, Peter. Harry, thanks very much for sending in the video. If you might be able to answer the next one and just give us a quick hi, and how is TAFE for you different to the school experience?
Yeah. So in my eyes, I'd say that the biggest difference is that TAFE's an adult learning environment. You just have to be completely self-driven, because at the end of the day, you're only going to get out of the course what you put into it. It's up to you as an individual to make sure you complete all the set work and put in the time outside of the classroom to solidify all the knowledge. And from that, you'll reap the biggest rewards.
Good stuff. And just one from me, mate, while we've got you. I know that you were out at the excursion at the site visits last year. You got a couple of words on that?
Oh, it was great. I don't know if you could hear it clearly in the video. It came out a bit muffled though. It was awesome just getting to meet everyone there. Everyone was super friendly, getting to see how they deal with everything. No, it was great.
We've also got Dan Zarkin on the line. So Dan's from the Williamtown facility of Lockheed Martin. Dan, do you want to just unmute your microphone and give us a quick introduction to yourself and to your role, and then comment on why cybersecurity is important?
Yeah, thanks, Rick. So my role is a service support manager for a program called IMAS, the Integration Maintenance Administration Services. So predominantly we manage and look after the F-35 Alice system. And I guess why is cyber security important to LMA at Williamtown? It's the security and cyber part of the F-35 that's important to the systems that we manage on behalf of Defence. So I guess that's the easiest way to put it.
Thanks, mate. And just one question. So is the opportunity only limited to those living in the Hunter region? So that's probably one that, I mean, it's a TAFE New South Wales course. So if you were to enrol and have the online delivery, that's definitely fine. The jobs for this particular program are at the Williamtown facility. And as Pete mentioned earlier, there's lots of other sites for Lockheed Martin around Australia, in New South Wales, the Shoalhaven being one of them, where there are other positions with the company Sikorsky. So that's us for the Q&A. Dan, Pete, or Harry, would you like to add anything while we're on the panel?
No, nothing really to add. Just thank you for the opportunity.
Oh, good. Dan, we've just got one other come in, mate. Without giving away defence secrets, I guess, can you describe the facilities at Williamtown and what what the future workspace may look like?
Yeah, I guess the workspace is on the RAF base itself, predominantly across three major buildings. Obviously, we're supporting around 17 aircraft now, and over the next few years, we'll be supporting up to 72, not just here at Williamtown, but also in Tyndall in Alice Springs, so or north of Alice Springs there. The work environment itself, it's office-based location, close to the flight line of where the aircraft is, so it's quite enjoyable to be able to peek out the window and have a look at the jets on a day-to-day basis if you're inkling to that. But you get to see them fly over more than enough, and they just seem like home after a while, and get a little bit annoying, but quite enjoyable for the new people.
Excellent. Thanks, Dan. So I'd like to thank Peter down in Canberra, Dan in Williamtown, and Harry for dialing in. And once again, Harry, congratulations on the provisional offer, and all the best in your Certificate 4 and diploma. Folks, that's just about us for this evening. So the next steps are to register your interest online before the 5th of June. An expression of interest will magically appear in your browser following this webinar as you close this webinar. If you'd like to review any of the information you've just heard, please head to the STEMstart tab of our website, rdahunterstem.org.au, or contact myself or Kathy Cox. Those contact details are there. We're happy to take any questions between now and the 5th of June, and even after. If you do want to be involved in the program, please reach out and get in touch. Final one from me is that we've been working with defence industry in the region for about 10 years. We have an array of different programs for different industry partners. Another component to this project is the Altitude Accord, which is working with University of Newcastle and Lockheed Martin Australia as well. So between this program and the Altitude Accord, we have covered the VET component and also the university component, so that education providers in the region are providing the correct pathways for what the future workforce requirements look like at Lockheed Martin Australia. So folks, thanks very much for dialing in, and I look forward to talking to you in the next couple of weeks. Thank you.